And this is the button that makes us
That
start.
button made it say you are live right on our
Oh.
screen.
Are we live?
We are.
You,
Morning, everybody.
no, remember X.
Hey, look.
All right.
Top of these things.
Welcome, everybody, to what are we called? Pop Culture Clobbering Time. The name I forced Jamie to take after I thought comic book clobbering time was too small. But yeah,
You
that's
want
all
to
we're
talk
talking
about comic books. You want to talk about everything else, and now all you want to do is talk about comic books.
I know.
now because all I've been doing is buying comic books. I'm addicted, I think. I think this should be Comic Books Anonymous or something, where we talk about all our bad habits.
Hello, my name is Jamie,
Oh,
and I'm a comic book collector.
yeah. Hello, my name is Alan, and I am a comic book collector.
My name is Victor, and I collect comic books too. I like to read them every now and then, but why?
That's
Oh, yeah.
part of the matter, right? We buy more than we read, or do we? Yes.
Yes.
I just buy now. I don't read anything. I'm that guy.
Yeah, that's what happens. Hey, we got Matthew Poe with us this morning. Good morning, Matthew.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you as well.
Happy Passover. Is there a happy Passover?
I don't know. There's like stuff involved with Passover with like not eating and stuff like that. Which
You know, in my family, Passover is called pass out because that's what we do.
All right, so let's get to the important stuff. Jade and Naomi tonight. Who's going to win?
what are you talking about?
Well, Jade Cargill is going against Naomi, and the winner is going to mess up.
Talk about WrestleMania.
Going to mess up Bianca Belair's match tomorrow night.
I'm surprised Jade's wrestling. Hadn't she been on the show for a while?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just know they're wrestling tonight. Wrestling right before the main event.
So we
Yes.
Yes.
That's a cool down match. That's so you can go to the bathroom.
So is WrestleMania like a 2-night event now, or is this just like
Yeah.
WrestleMania tonight and then Battle of the Bands tomorrow or whatever? they do?
Technically, it's a 3-night event because they have their Hall of Fame induction ceremony on Friday.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Who got
I'm
inducted?
not a
this week?
wrestling fan.
don't
Anybody
know.
I know?
The Rock.
So the last time we talked, what have you guys been up to?
I did a illustration.
Thank you.
It was not anything comic or sci-fi related. It was my favorite car, this 1969 Chevelle. I did that last week while we were on spring break. I think it saved my marriage. My wife got tired of looking at me all the time.
Yeah, spring break, he goes to work. Spring break, I go to a beach in my head. But
What's behind door number 1?
I don't know. I've been moved out of my normal spot. There's activity in other rooms, so I've been moved out. So I'm in the guest room.
We're in the same spot with the same wall up, and every time my daughter Bailey comes in the room, she says, "When was the last time you changed your comics on the wall?" I'm like, months ago. So I have an idea, and maybe we can work through that through the show as we go today.
Oh, I think I know.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Since last time we met, I just spent a lot of money on furniture that I won't see for a month or two. I think that's the biggest scam.
I remember when we ordered our furniture like during COVID, and it was like that. Yeah, wait 7 months.
So last time we talked, I was trying to get you bums to get into like some type of comic book gauntlet with me.
I'm in.
And we can work out the details.
No. So while you guys been
did it on
sleeping,
your own, didn't you?
you guys been sleeping, I've been buying. See,
We never did pick a series.
I suggested a couple series, and you got Mr. too good for him, James Hood. He was like, "No, I don't want those in my comic book boxes." So I went out. Look, I suggested Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm already ahead of the game here. I got 1 through 3. I got the best ones. All right. I don't sit at home. And then I said new. He said no. Then I said New Warriors. How about New Warriors? No. I went and got those too. See, I'm not. You guys are sleeping.
But you can't say let's collect the series. And I got 1 through 3, the best ones. Make it like
No, I went and bought
got
those. I
nothing.
just bought those. I found them at a comic because I've been going to comic book conventions.
Yeah, and see the
You
thing
guys
is,
haven't been doing anything.
we all would have went to the same haunts looking for the exact same thing, and it would have been just a race to get there. With
No.
also
Well, yeah, that's what this is about. This is about the first ones to get a certain comic collection first. It's like I got my buddy, me and my buddy TJ. We're doing the West Coast Avengers. I need one book, just one book. I got all the rest of them, but I need number 1 of the miniseries. I even got the spinoff, the horrible spinoff, like when they quit the West Coast Avengers and it became Force Works. I even got all those. Hey, Rob.
Good morning, Rob Botswell.
Good morning. You said you need number 1?
I need West Coast Avengers miniseries number 1. I got the rest of the. See, I got 3 and 4. I already have number 2, but I got 3 and 4. So I need number 1, and then I'll have them all, and then he can suck eggs. Luckily, it's Easter, so he'll have plenty of eggs to eat tomorrow.
Is this the one you need?
That's the one. That's the one.
I have that one. $60.
$60.
It's not worth $60.
$60. That ain't worth $60.
Maybe with price.
So I'm talking some type of challenge that you guys don't want to do. I came up with an idea. Okay. I come up with an idea that we can all get behind.
Okay.
Who's Who's. I'm talking the original Who's Who's. I'm talking the update 87 and 88. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You probably already got all these, right, Jamie?
Yeah.
Okay. That doesn't matter. What I'm talking about, all right, is the comic books in the back. Okay.
Wait a second. That top was up here on the wall, isn't it?
No.
The top left one?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Okay, this is what I'm talking. I'm talking all the ones in the back. What do you got? 26 of these books? 24, 26?
I know they started with 24. I don't know if they went beyond that or not.
Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. So you'd have to get that Batman. What an issue is that? I can't see it. 385. You'd have to have Batman 385. You get Omega Man number 29. Crisis. If you don't have Crisis, you're crazy anyways. You got to get this Red Tornado book, that All-Star Squadron, which is the first, I think it's a cover by Todd McFarlane, so it's probably like $50. I'm sure it's cheaper than that. And then that new Teen Titans book. You'd have to get all these and all these, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this one.
So you're saying like 260 books?
Well, I was doing the math in my head, and it's
not too. It's not 200.
24 issues times 6 is.
Oh, it's only 6?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
84. Unless you want to do the whole list of all the comics mentioned on those.
No. And then let's see. We got this is the update, 88 update. And then you got some books I know you don't want. The Manhunter books.
Ooh, I can't wait to go out.
Doom Patrol, Checkmate,
Manhunter,
Green Arrow. What's that? I can't read that. Young All Stars. Wait, man, you want to crap on some books? Young All Stars was the worst. I got a lot of those. Those are horrible. Think about like, hey, let's get rid of All Star Squadron. and bring in young all-stars to explain away why there's no Wonder Woman or Superman now in the group. They totally ruined this stuff. I thought it was horrible.
There's nothing I want more than to go out and spend money on a terrible comic book.
It's called dollar books. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you need to come up with something because I'm getting ready to hit fertile land here that neither one of us are going to here in a little bit. So we need to come up with a series.
He's going out of town, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Look, well, there's also this, but this has got way more comics and has got way more big comics in it. Star Comics. Am I reversed? I'm reversed. Anyway,
no, you're showing up right reading. Don't worry about that.
Okay. That looked fun. Wait, it's not right.
It looks right to other people. It looks right to us.
Okay.
Is that person related to Interplanet Janet?
Yeah, so 10 Al? I don't know. But anyways, so I got these. I found some Star Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not Star. I found some Star Comics at some conventions I've been going in the dollar bins. Don't mind the $3 ticket. They leave when they don't sell. Believe me, they don't sell, so they throw them in the dollar bin. I know this is Planet Terry. This guy is a Richie Rich knockoff, Royal Roy. But
Royal
Roy, and then of course you got the good ones like Air Raiders. But there are some big dogs in the Star Comics thing. You got Ewoks, you got Masters of the Universe, Thundercats, Visionary. There's some big dollar books though. Like in the Ewoks, there's like $100 book because they had the 25th anniversary Marvel one.
Mm-hmm.
So they had that for like Heathcliff. Heathcliff had one. Masters of the Universe had one. What was the first one I was mentioning? Oh, Ewoks had one. I don't think Droids had one. I don't think Droids lasted long. But that was another challenge that I posted up. But I think it's too rich for your guys' blood. And you don't want those. You don't want those in your perfect collections.
Hey, my collection has nothing to complain about. It's not hardy enough to be looking down other people's books.
I'm looking at 5 boxes that I'm going to just give away to our church rummage sale.
Woohoo!
What's in them?
When's the rummage sale?
A couple weeks. There's a lot of like X-Man.
X-Man?
There.
Boy.
There's a lot of like after George Perez Teen Titans and new Teen Titans and Team Titans and new Titans. Yeah. See? Yeah. And that's
why does X-Man sound like they did a typo on a cover? They're like, might as well make a book.
You kid looks like it belongs on he's the X-Man. Yeah. But listen, I get you. I got a lot of comic books that, I don't know why I buy them, but I go to the dollar. But I like comic collecting, so
I do. I do enjoy just the nature of flipping through long boxes and finding gems in them. That's like if I want heaven on earth, that's it right there.
Yeah. So the latest one I went to, we call it Creepy Con because the guy that runs it's kind of,
mm-hmm.
He's like, slarmy.
But I would remember that show because that's the perfect setting. Not perfect because I have to put up with that guy, but
the next day they had Anime Con.
They did, which my kids would.
Well, it was also C2E2 was going on, which I have no desire to go to because I don't think it's really a comic book.
That's one of those shows that if you like, if my goal is to look for comic books, I'm going to the show you're going to instead of C2E2.
Yeah, I did pick up at the show because in the center they have all the dollar books, but you can get. I forgot the deal. I ended up getting a long box. I had a long box that's cheaper to get a long box. It's like you buy in bulk,
Yeah. Historically, the deal I go for is the 50 books for $20.
Right.
But you can
I
just
go
buy a
for it.
random long box and walk out with it.
Or
No.
he'll give you a long box.
Oh, you fill it up.
You fill it up.
We brought our own long box. Here's a funny story. So me and my buddy. So for me to go to any of those, just like you guys, I have to pretty much plan in advance. It's like, all right, so I don't want to offend my other, I don't want to get So my buddy TJ's like, oh man, you gotta go. And it's like, all right, I'll figure it out. So I maneuvered into being able to go. So me and TJ go, we meet down there and so we go to McDonald's. We eat, fine. We go to the show. I had my postcard because he sends a postcard. And if you don't bring it, he's like, what? You bring your postcard, So we go in there.
About this postcard.
And or something like that.
No, you get a free book you already got.
Oh yeah.
So I go and I start flipping through the dollar books. TJ goes and he's walking around the outer rim, because that's where the guys with the bigger comics, the key books are that you got to pay money for are out.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that, and then I see him, TJ comes up and like, hey, you need a long box? Because I had the short box. You need a long box? I'm like, yeah, sure. So he goes out. He leaves the convention, whatever, the show, whatever. Doesn't come back for like a half hour to an hour. He comes back and he's like, here, man. I'm like, where you been? And he like hands me dude, that McDonald's is tearing me up. It's tearing me up. I don't think I can stay. He's been after me. So he takes off. He goes home and he blows up his bathrooms, whatever he's doing. I called him later and he's like, oh man, I feel horrible. I'm like, the guy that was all over me to go to the show is like, he bolts after an hour. And so anyways, it was fine with me.
Let's paint a better picture of this show.
I feel like show's a strong word.
Because it is. It's a very small ballroom or meeting room.
Yeah, conference room.
It's pretty good size. It's a conference room. It's not that small. You can fit a lot of tables in there. He's got the center of it is just long boxes of comic dollar bins.
He's probably got 2 to 3 8-foot tables full of back-to-back long boxes.
Yeah.
And then he's got how many vendors would you say were there that day? Well,
at least 10. Right.
I was going to say probably between 8 and 12. And
yeah, so they're around the outer rim, but they're the ones that have the books that you're like, oh, I got to give you my baby for this, right?
Right. Okay, so go on.
And also it's cash only, right?
A lot of them are cash only, but you got the one guys that are serious that'll take cards too. But you got to, it's kind of like you brought a card? I'm sorry. It's like that's a good thing though, because there are some books that I would be in debt for if I could use my cards. I was like, oh, you got that book? Oh, sure, why not? But even though I'm busting TJ's chops because whatever, he got sick, he couldn't control it. He did me a solid. Okay, so it was my birthday, April 10th, and it was around that time. And this guy got me one of my favorites. Okay, he got me the New Gods #1. Can't go wrong with that because Kirby is here.
That's a really nice copy too.
It is. I mean, I was looking at it. The spine's fine. There's no crinkles. There's no crinkles on this. Of course, I opened it up and it's just the cover on an issue of Planet Terry. That's not good.
So the challenging thing to find, I found anyway in my eBay shopping for that book is that it's hard to find one where the white of the cover is white, like the lettering up there.
Yeah,
it's usually like an amber.
Yeah, well, the spine is kind of smoky. But yeah, you look at it,
DC or something.
Yeah, this was when he jumped from Marvel to DC. That's a really nice copy, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna rip it up right here. Right here. Let's go. No. All right.
Crack the slab. I thought this was a slab.
No, but I tell you what though, he might have got a slabbed one and then ripped it open. I don't know. That's like I don't like slabs around here. But yeah, that was cool. What's funny about that is a long time, like last year sometime, he got a new guy's #1. And he's not a Kirby guy, right? And I'm like, what are you doing, man? That's my gimmick, right? Like, I'm the Kirby guy. And you guys are, you know, and he did that. But I busted his chops so much that he finally broke down. And that's not I don't think this is the one that he bought for himself. But he said, welcome to the club. And I was like, I've been in this club. I was in this club before this club was cool.
To the club. I'm gonna
So how are you for the rest of that run? I know you got.
Well, there's books you gave me a while back. I'm trying to let me look at my comic book app. People look at you like a freak if you pull this out at a comic book show.
Really?
Like seriously, I'll be like, oh, let me look. Ooh, you know. I don't know. Let's see real quick. Do I got New Guys? Okay, New Guys Volume 1. I need number 2 and 3, 6, 7, 9. Oh, I need a lot. I swear I had more. I think I have this one. I think there's ones that I think I have that one too. I think I've got this one. So there's ones that I haven't clocked in yet.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I think I got some of these. I know I got is that an OMAC?
We talked about that last time a little bit, Matthew Poe.
I'm like, man, we were ahead of the curve on something.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that happened like the day before we aired or something like that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Day before we aired.
He's doing some crazy stuff at the end, though. You know, he's doing some crazy stuff. Latest comic news, probably. But he lost it, but he's still doing like Super Friends and stuff like that.
I think it's got a while before it actually runs out for him.
Well, that and like there's so many licenses.
Did they license it?
Yeah, they slice it. Look at the Turtles. There's so many people putting out Turtles. NECA's putting out Turtles. Super 7's putting out Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Is Playmates around? I think Playmates is still a thing.
Yep.
They're putting out Turtles.
I get rights just to one turtle.
You're a Raphael guy.
We do Raphael better than anybody else.
And then you look at He-Man. There's Mondo. There's Mondo, Mattel, all those guys. Yeah. So it doesn't matter anymore. There's that licensing is such a like, oh, you want a piece? You want some of this? Go there you go. You can't do it in this size. You can do it in this size or this size, but you can't do that. Latest Superman trailer. You know, I want to talk about Superman because I think it sucks. I think it's horrible. I was so disappointed in the latest trailer.
Okay.
I think after watching Snyder's after watching Snyder's masterpiece, Man of Steel again, I'm like, how can they do this kiddie stuff with Superman? It's gross.
Are you being serious right now?
No, I'm not being serious. Finally, a Superman movie that speaks to me, my childhood brain. It's
my feelings on it are, I'm still completely agnostic on it. I got to see the movie before I'm going to make a judgment call. I like what I've seen so far. I don't necessarily love it, but I feel I'm so jaded that's the way I'm going to be about everything, including Fantastic Four and everything else.
I mean, because last time I fell in love with the movie because of the trailer, it wasn't a Red Hulk movie at all.
The Eternals?
Oh my goodness!
No. I like that trailer up until Al broke it down for me how horrible it was.
Nothing will be as bad as the Eternals. I can tell you that now. I mean, Ant-Man 3 was pretty bad. What?
They keep wanting to bring Eternals back, though.
Yeah, I get it.
You think?
I get it. Well, they're trying to.
Eternals 2, here's what they're working on.
Oh, they ain't doing Eternals 2.
You know, I follow like 500 comic book gossip sites.
Marvel has gone through such an evolution of we're going to do this many movies a year and this many movies a year. Now they're down to we're going to do 2 movies a year. That's going to slow the roll quite a bit as far as all this.
Vic, we need to talk, man. You need to stop. You need to stop believing the internet, dude.
But the new rock stars are on top of everything usually.
Okay, you need to go back and watch from like the beginning of the new All Stars or
rock stars,
and actually
see how many times they missed.
Keep tabs on what they're saying, and then how much of it comes to life.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Fantastic.
I never hear him say anything about a new Eternals movie because there's no way that movie was so boring.
It was.
This movie was so boring, and you didn't even watch all of it because you fell asleep. You were asleep. Are we talking about how the Fantastic? Let's talk about the Fantastic Four movie. I don't know. It looks like I'm not going to be as happy about it as the Superman right now. I think I don't know. I like the idea that they're moving on from the origin stuff. I like the 60s stuff or whatever. But some of the shots just were kind of TV-ish. It looked more, but I think that's what it's supposed to kind of have like a TV show type feel.
Hey Jim, you haven't missed much. You know how we go.
We missed a lot. I showed the new guys. I talked about how you guys aren't true comic collectors.
Yeah.
You don't have the fire in your bellies.
I got fire.
Me too.
Just not a bunch of cash.
Like, I'm excited about the new Ironheart comic book.
You would be because it's not coming out, right?
You mean the TV show that they filmed 5 years ago?
Yeah. Is that even coming out? Is that coming out? I don't think it is.
It's supposed to come out this year.
It's supposed to come out later this year.
They're gonna be old and gray
after Fantastic Four.
I was gonna say Black don't crack, but Riri gonna age out of Riri.
Yeah, I tell you what, they're gonna have to they're gonna have to CGI the actors, AI the actors like they do in Stranger Things because they're gonna be too damn old, man.
Fantastic. Can I share my feelings on the Fantastic Four trailer, which aren't good?
Oh, yeah.
I'm as disappointed as everybody else that they can't just make Silver Surfer a dude. That's all I got. The rest of it I can live with. The CG that they're showing for the Silver Surfer is like
bad. Female.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
If they were gonna do Shala Ball or whatever her name is, do it like the one that like they did in the comic, like where the hair is out more. This looks like she has a mullet, like her hair's wet and slicked back.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I think the actress that they got, like they changed her so much in the Silver Surfer form. I was like, well, why'd you get her? I figured you'd be like make it look like her. They could have made her just Norrin Rad or something. It would have been whatever. But this is an alternate reality, and it doesn't really matter. But it's just, it kind of feels like a true value Silver Surfer. Like, this isn't the real. This is, we got Silver Surfer at home. That old joke. It's like, oh, no, we don't use it. We got Silver Surfer at home. It just made it feel like.
Fantastic Four takes place, what, the 60s or so?
No, it's
70s?
No.
60s.
I'll clue you in on stuff I know. It's an alternate universe. It is not set in the Marvel universe as a period piece.
Yeah, but what period does it take place in?
Modern day alternate universe.
But everything's retro.
Yeah.
Everything. So they never grew up.
The Fantastic Four was there to save everybody and make it like more of a utopia.
Well, that
Yeah,
goes
no,
my idea of having a Silver Surfer with an afro. How cool would that be?
It'd be like a helmet. Jim, I don't. Victor was mad because he knew I'd worked on a piece this week and I took it to work already.
Knew I was coming over.
There's a new trailer out, Fantastic Four trailer. You can take a look at it sometime. Like you didn't know the real Silver Surfer? Yeah. So this is the book where the Silver Surfer.
That don't look like Silver Surfer. That looks like the Watcher. What are you talking about?
Well, he didn't make his first cover appearance. I didn't come to the next issue, but he made his first appearance in this one.
Look, the thing is when people say that it's gonna be, I hate to complain about it. It is what it is, so there's no changing it. But people are gonna, well, no, when it comes to this universe, it'll end up being a guy. And it's like, no, they won't do that. It'll still be. They'll be like, oh,
no, they
because the uproar that'll happen from people that don't know Silver Surfer, that think, oh, it's a female Silver Surfer. They're gonna be like, oh, why'd you change it to a dude? Because it's okay to change it from one race or one sex or whatever to the other. Huh?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's okay to do that, but you can't change it back to where it was, you know.
I guess I'm just listening to too many conservative people talk. I mean, I'm just saying, when they cast Michael B. Jordan in Fantastic Four, people lost their minds. I'm just like, finally, we got a brother here, but I don't know how it works.
Well, it would have been easier if like they would have made a good movie. So that's the problem. You can make people forget, like, that dude, he's black, so he can't be Johnny Storm. But it's like, hey, guess what? If you would have made a good movie, he was probably one of the better things in that movie. But
they should have made
everybody else.
I'd have rather seen an entire black cast of Fantastic Four with him and Reed Richards than to shoehorn him in as like an adopted brother of Sue Storm.
Yeah, that's kind of like, oh, we gotta do this.
The way it didn't have to be.
It would have been a lot better. But anyways, we're here, so it's different. We're here, so let's talk about. Have you guys seen Daredevil: Born Again?
I've not finished it. I've had the ending spoiled.
Oh, what happens in the ending?
You haven't watched the end yet?
I'm like 6-7 episodes in.
That's about where I'm at too. I just finished the bank episode.
Oh, yeah.
The filler episode.
That's the episode I kind of finished. Just finished too. It's
still good. I like that episode, but yeah, I watched this all. I watched it all, and I'm like, man, this is some hardcore stuff. And last episode was like, it makes me like anxious, like, oh my god, like seriously, I don't do that. It's so close to certain things that I'm like, oh, this I like you can't like Kingpin, you know, and you're like, oh, I know who he is.
Why can't we like Kingpin? He's the best villain I've ever seen in these movies.
Well, they're trying to get you to like him so he can turn around and bite you.
Yeah, you'll see. Anyways. You can like Kingpin the character or whatever, but I'm just saying in this story, this is just like, oh, little close to home, pal. Okay. So
okay.
Kind of like, ooh. But anyways,
I brought a bunch of my Silver Age stuff out. I just went through and said, we were talking about, you said you had a few Silver Age things you wanted to show. I went through and just pulled out anything I thought was worth showing, so it's not everything I got, but
right.
I figure maybe as we go, I'll figure out what to save out, and I can replace my Batman wall with a Silver Age wall.
I saw that coming.
I also wanted to talk about some of these covers. So I don't know. This is Silver Age, right?
Yeah. I mean, determining like where the cutoff is. My general rule isn't going to be when the price tag changed to 15 cents. That was the end of the Silver Age.
Okay. I got one or two. Okay, so let's talk Silver Age. Let's talk bronze. Look at this. This is just the covers. I was looking at when I was buying these. I was thinking you couldn't do this nowadays. You know? would you buy?
It'd be a big seller.
What numbers are those?
This is number 315. This is 317. We're in the three. I'm trying what I'm. If my buddy's not watching, I'm trying to buy him all the 300s that I can, so he can, because he's trying to fill up his action come. So he's got like 400 up. So I was just like,
well, this is a run I could get into collecting.
Yeah, Action Comics number 1. Yeah, sure. Okay, so here's number 318.
Like the 300s.
I got a lot of 300. There's 3, 4. This is what I like the cover. It's bright.
All right, Jim's saying you got to hold him still a little bit so we can see.
What is that? Is that a centaur?
Hold on, let me take it out of the package.
In the lower left corner, is that a centaur?
Look at that. Yeah. The origin of Super. Was Super Horse a dude? Yeah, Bizarro Supergirl. Look how thick this book is, bro. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is like 80 pages.
I got one of those.
80-page giant, man. How much was it? 25 cents.
25 cents with the go-go checks at the top.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I'd buy that in any minute.
But sorry if I was jumping around. Super Horse. You know, and it's Supergirls, like Supergirls. Anyway. Yeah, okay, so we got this one. The Rainbow Faces of Superman.
And they show it just in 2 colors. We couldn't get a full Roy G. Biv cover.
Red with embarrassment. Purple with rage. Yellow from fear.
Mm.
Oh, it's orange.
Where?
I mean, it's color of the rainbow.
You'll have to read the comic to find out what effect orange has on them.
So this is like they came up with the covers first, right?
Mm-hmm.
The covers came first. All right, hold on. There, of course, the death of Luther. They were like, yeah, just come up with something. And you know he was faking at something.
Yeah, you know, like Luther ain't dying. He's like cockroaches.
Well, I'm sure they died several times because it didn't matter back then. And then you got this cool, the Battle of the Gods. They always did these things.
Mm-hmm.
What number is that? Can you read the number? 353.
Oh, who plays Lex Luthor in the Superman movie?
Joe.
It's the guy that played the Beast in the X-Men, the newer X-Men movies, I think.
And this is when it starts getting hot. Like unless I'm Neil Adams. But the Neil Adams out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Neil Adams sold a lot of Superman comics.
I like that green.
And then you'd open it up and it'd be Kurt Swan or what's the other guy?
Hey, don't be knocking Kurt Swan, though.
Look, if I see a Superman cover with Neil Adams art on it, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to be disappointed because it's just regular old Kurt Swan inside.
So you can tell it's Neil Adams just by looking at it?
Yeah.
366. I got 368, and look at this bad boy. I love this.
Ooh. Mystery Mix Now Later's up there at the top.
Huh?
Mystery Mix Now Later's.
Yeah. Infantino. It looks like a Carmine Infantino, but I don't know if it is. Just the cover looks kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, here's your boy again.
I think I got a roughed up copy of that one.
I mean, can't they just do the homage covers from now on and just copy all these old covers?
No more homage covers. I'm sick of people doing homage covers. Come up with something you can freaking. If you don't have the brains enough, creativity enough, come up with your own covers.
Well, my thing is, there's nothing creative like these covers that you've shown anymore.
Okay, listen.
Have you seen anything like this?
No,
we got to talk about Superman's weakness for little boys.
I thought that was Batman.
Okay. No, yeah, that's a whole different thing. We gotta do a count on how many times little boys either beat Superman or had to help Superman. It's crazy.
You think through the motif of that, like the psychology behind it. Okay, they're creating comics for kids, And so
I get it, but like,
it'd be cool if you could say, "Hey, I could take on Superman."
just look at this. Look at this. I don't know how many times I've seen. I got so many Superman books that have him getting beat up or, scared off by a kid. And it's the same blonde kid, white blonde kid.
Well,
It's the Aryans.
It is. He's afraid of the area. Here's a good one. They're just
Do they
like,
have an issue with like the Richard Pryor? Is there a series with the Richard Pryor character in it?
No,
nope.
just in the movie.
It's such a good
So
character.
here's some good ones. This one, was it Murphy Anderson or is it? I don't know who did that. Look at that. He's getting smoked out by kryptonite dust.
Jim's asking to see that Neil Adams one again, where he's holding up the mask.
Oh, okay. He's like, oh my God.
Yeah, Jim, this is drawn by Neil Adams, who is my personal favorite artist of all time.
Oh, it's your personal? He's your personal.
Who's your personal favorite?
I ain't saying.
Mm.
You know who my personal favorite artist of all time is?
Who?
Who's the guy who went to CBC?
Huh?
Who's the guy from St. Louis again?
He's just not
Denny,
not an artist.
No, it's James Hood.
How about this one?
Nah.
The Confessions of Superman. This is my confession.
He's like, one time I hotboxed with Lois Lane.
Now, see, here's my question with artists. Don't
There's
they
a good
feel
one.
like when they make Superman all muscly, and then when they make Clark Kent, he has no muscles?
No, it's aspirational.
It's cheating.
Hey, that looks like
Is it? He's wearing a jacket. You ain't gonna see that through that. He's wearing a
the
jacket.
red Batmobile they're in.
I know. Look at the Batmobile, the red Batmobile.
Oh, it is?
If you don't know that, Vic, there's no helping you.
I mean, it looked like I didn't see a bat on it. I didn't see Batman in it. He played baseball.
Look,
That's not fair.
1966 Batmobile. The look at that.
It says Argo City or bust.
All right, I'm sorry.
What's Argo City?
Two and two makes 8.
What's Argo City?
Anyway, look, he's playing. There's that blonde kid again, man. He's probably beating him. He can't beat him. He's out. He struck him out. Another white blonde kid.
So Jim,
A whole bunch.
the cover's all marketing. It's get you engaged. Pick this up off the shelf. Flip through it. See some framework and story in the pages, and take it home with you. But oftentimes, the interior didn't measure up to what was being offered on the cover.
He's gonna panic and self-destruct. So I got a good run of these. I got like 3 something. There's 391 where he's like,
I like that one.
Hey, that's a little blue-haired kid.
Superboy. He's killing himself.
Jim, at this point, these would have all been self-contained stories. They wouldn't have continued from one issue to another.
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
The shame of the Super Son. Guess what? He still has a new son. His son
Get
still
me
has
about Batman. Is that what the shame is?
My kid is a better diver than your kid, Superman. He's a diving whiz.
Was that supposed to be Batman Jr. jumping off the building?
Yes, Batman and Superman sons.
There's another blonde kid. Like what? Keeping him from doing his day.
You're right. This is starting to look like a problem.
Yeah. It's probably a different kid too.
Neil Adams did all this?
No,
393,
Oh, okay.
394. Look at the white kid, blind white kid in the back.
Uh-huh.
These are either
Is he burning money?
Kurt Swan or who? Do you remember the name of the other guy that was
Murphy Anderson?
No.
This is a Kurt Swan. His head looks like this. Looks like Murphy Anderson and Kurt Swan.
Right,
Because
who's Mightier than Superman?
the muscle body looks something like Murphy Anderson, and then the face kind of Kurt Swan. But they tried to make it look like Kurt Swan was the face that they wanted Superman to look like.
Okay.
Mort Schaffenberger is the guy I'm thinking of, which
Okay.
the guy that he was the earlier Superman artist that Kurt Swan kind of styled.
Okay, well, I'm wrong.
All right. So who's the girl?
15 seconds. So I got
Who's the girl?
I don't know.
Oh, didn't y'all read it?
It's the girl of the week.
Look, they did one-off characters. If they brought her back, I'd be shocked.
You know the thing
There
I like
you
about
go.
these is the
Look at this.
headdress. Is that what that's called?
The trade dress.
Trade dress.
Mm.
I like that. We don't do anything like that anymore.
I always like the Superman, like the character art in the corner.
Yeah, just like they used to do. They had all of them. I got a bunch of Barry Allen flashes with that. So look at this stuff. He's always got to be made weak because people think he's overpowered. So they got to make it.
Well, he is.
But look, there's the blonde kid in the back.
Where's
And then
Blonde?
we got this number 401, probably Bronze Age.
You telling me he can't break out of that?
They hit him with some kryptonite or something.
Yeah.
For kryptonite to be such a rare thing, there seems to be plenty of it.
Well, I got some Supermans.
All right.
That's a nice cover. Look at
Let
that.
me show a stack, and then you can show another stack. Since you started out with DC, I'll start out with my DC stack. And
But we need to talk about this.
we got
Silverhawks, number 2.
I gotta torture your eyes with that.
Ugh.
How about this one? This was one of my favorite Superman stories.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's a nice copy there.
Yeah.
And these are all one-off stories still?
What number is that? That's like 3 something?
This is 304.
Nice. I think I needed to get that, but I couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Can I have that?
No, that's one of my favorites. This one was given to me by Biggie Shack.
Oh, nice. 3-0. That's 319 or what is that?
It is 319. And there again, we get the motif of the kryptonite holding him down. Oh yeah, another one of my favorites. So those are my 2 representatives from action. I love this Superman issue.
Nice. Yeah, those are pretty.
So Superman gets sick, and all of his super friends have to come to his aid. And then you put an 80-page giant from action. Here's one from Superman.
Nice.
That's the sort of super and they use for unique. The P is for perfection that you know he can't be beat.
I'm not sure if this Death of Superman story is the same as that one we just showed or not. But it could be. Now, I always had a thing for Bizarro, too.
The Superman get enlarged in this too?
No, he's got some miniature people helping him out from the bottled city of Kandor, I believe. If you want to get into collecting cheap Silver Age, Adventure Comics, there's tons of them out there. And it's either Superboy stories or Superboy and Legion or Legion of Superheroes.
Isn't that became Legion of Superheroes? It became Superboy and Legion of Superheroes, or did it just?
No, Adventure Comics continued on even after Superboy got his own comic. And actually, they might have been publishing both at the same time because Superboy was that popular.
Yeah.
But eventually, once Superboy got his kind of lead title, they gave it over to Adventure Comics over to Supergirl.
Ultra Boy. What a name.
That's cool. Yeah, I got it. There's another action I didn't know about it. 402.
Oh, thought that was a vegetable wheel at first.
This is the first team up of Superboy and Robin. It's a rough copy. I think the cover is detached, but it's a cool key issue to have. And then one of the things, here's one of the niche things I like to collect, and it's Batman showing his face on the cover.
Why are the kids watching that? That's weird.
Well, Clark Kent
Oh.
showing his face.
It's the origin of the Superman Batman team.
They teamed up. Oh, yeah.
And then this is the whitest white Silver Age cover I've ever seen. So that's the only reason I really bought it. And
Because it's not all.
It does have a little bit of sun shadow around the edges.
Yeah.
For the minuscule price I paid for it, I'm like, how does Silver Age white survive like that? I just don't know.
Yeah.
And this, if you don't know, features the origin
of Crypto?
Yeah.
That's not the first appearance.
Not the first appearance, but it's his origin.
Mm-hmm. Who will be appearing in the new movie?
Right.
Crypto.
Curse of the Superboy mummy.
And he responds whenever Superman whistles.
I mean, Superboy isn't that popular character to collect, but these can just go in those stacks with it.
I was going to put them on top so you said they're so valuable.
I tell you, Superman actually isn't that popular when it comes to. Oh, look at that! Love it. I got some Justice Leagues right here. What number is that? 40.
This is 46.
Nice. I got 47 and 48 right here.
Let's see it. Hold on. There you go. They came back from 80-page giants. I love the 80-page
It jumped
giants.
from because 80 pages, it jumped from 12 to 25 cents.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. We got it. We finished it right there. 40. You got 46. I got 47, 48. Look at that beauty. Whoa, they're all purple.
Yep.
That's nice. So me and my buddy TJ, we're in the Justice League of America. We're trying to finish those out too.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's our big boy. That's our big boy purchases because the earlier ones are probably expensive, but these later ones you can get for a song and a dance, so it's okay.
Yep. Here's another run I like to collect when I see nice covers. These are relatively expensive too.
Does it have to have Alan Scott or is it just Green Lantern?
The Gil Kane Green Lantern.
Yeah. With his often used armor designs for that's like Dr. Polaris's type armor and Goldface. Yep. Who's the dude next to Goldface?
I don't know, 24 karat villain. I don't know.
No, Goldface is the 24 karat.
Face.
He's the all yellow dude. That's Goldface. Okay. He's never been seen again.
Thraxon the Powerful.
Yeah, he's never came back.
And oddly enough, I don't think he looks nearly as big in relation to Green Lantern in the comic itself. I love this cover.
Oh, that's beauty. Yeah, that's nice. Is that a Gil Kane?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. That doesn't. Yeah. No, boy, is that like the first guy?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's got detached. One of the staples is detached. But
take it back. I'll tell you, you don't need that one. I'll take it.
I paid accordingly. The rest of the comic is in really great shape.
Yeah, well, just tighten up the staple. You'll be all right.
No, it's like broke through the cover.
Oh, nice. The Spectre. What was it? Is that Neil Adams?
Yeah, this is really early Neil Adams stuff. And when you look at it, like the rendering is there, but his hold on anatomy is not quite as you can see from like the way, like where's the bicep in this arm right here? I don't know.
Is that Space Ghost?
It's the Spectre.
Yeah, it's Space Ghost.
Hey. I assume everybody has an origin in comics now.
It's a Space Spectre. There you go. Is that Nick Cardy or?
Yeah, this is Nick Cardy. This is the first time Beast Boy or Changeling, whichever you prefer, is the first time he teamed up with the Teen Titans.
He's showing out big boys. I only got like the cheap stuff.
They're not necessarily big. Like this is
Oh, that's nice.
There's an art book about Nick Cardy out there, and he talks specifically about this comic where there was some dispute about he wanted a raise, and management's like, your artwork is not worth a raise, so he drew the hell out of this book, and they gave him a raise afterwards. Something along those lines.
And then he went back to drawing the way he normally does.
I like the above the title where they have their heads. I always like that.
Me too.
That's cool. I'd like a sticker of that or something, some type of. Is this a reprint?
No.
They actually did that back in the day. That border.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
And the last one I'll show for now.
Oh, that's iconic.
There were a few issues after this. I want to say like 19 through 22 or something like that, where Neil Adams pitched in on artwork, either drew it or inked it over with Nick Cardy.
Right.
I've got some of those, but I think those were 15-cent covers, so I didn't bring them out.
So all I have is Superman. Like, I picked this dollar one up just because I thought it was cool. I mean, it's not silver or gold. It's probably 80s.
Yeah.
But I just like the cover. He's like, oh, hey, take his pants off.
Who are the cover credits on that?
Oh, Lopez and Giordano.
Love it.
Yeah. So here's a silver, number 200.
Yeah, I want to get that one sometime too.
Yeah, this is a nice copy too. This is a nice copy.
I don't know what it is. I always like Jor-El and his green outfit.
He's like, put your big boy pants on, you bum. So I think I showed this. This is 232. Just it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a map you get from an amusement park, kind of.
Yep.
You know, where all the things go here to see the. There's number 184. Superman. He's like, oh,
this dude is constantly getting caught.
Well,
what's the point?
You got to put him in some kind of danger, or like what's?
Yeah.
It's so unrealistic to draw Superman because it doesn't make any sense.
Here's 177. The menace called It, so that must be It that he's punching. And 205. This is Neil Adams.
That's a good one.
Not as bright as the other ones. Here's another Neil, I think, right? I don't know. It looks like a Neil Adams kind of mixture.
Yeah, that's Neil Adams. Again, look at all the storytelling happening just in that one cover.
Yeah, they later reused this for the many deaths of Batman.
Oh yeah,
kind of thing. This is, look at that. He's like, I'm done, man. He beats up that robot in there. That's horrible.
Has Superman been willing his hair to stay blue the whole time, or what?
He gets old. What can you say?
They did a 3-issue run where it was like Superman in the future after, like, it was old depressed Superman because
like old man Logan,
because everybody they knew died.
Yeah, he's a Highlander. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Superman is the big forget.
That's cool.
He forgets he's Superman. Oh, this is a good one. Flintstone Kids. Star Comics, but they were called Marvel Comics. Oh, the Hug-a-Bunch. You can't forget the Hug-a-Bunch.
The Hug-a-Bunch.
And then another Flintstone Kid. We got another. Oh, I got 2 of these.
Congratulations.
Number 375. This one's kind of beat up. I'll probably give this to my buddy, and then I'll keep this one for myself.
There you go.
But yeah, look, these Justice Leagues are nice that I showed. But what else do I got? Oh, I'll show you something. I have a Modern Publishing, Modern Comics Cap, Van Adam.
Cap.
And I have an actual Charlton book.
That's cool.
Picked those up for cheap.
Steve Ditko.
Yeah. And then what else do I got here? We got some more Supermans, a whole bunch of like 80s Supermans.
Mm-hmm.
Just these covers are crazy. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Whoa!" This is like any girlfriend, right? It's like Superman's mind has gone blank. I have to do his thinking and fighting for him by remote control. That's realism.
Are these still standalone stories?
Yeah.
Huh.
Especially, they tried to do that for the main characters. Well, DC even more than Marvel. Marvel would do continuing stories issue after issue. Oh, that's this.
Yeah, they did really do. They did a lot of singles, and that's why I like. Yeah, I'm also collecting the DC Comics Presents. I love those. The covers.
Who does it have an artist credit on it?
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh yeah, Don Newton, and Giant Dick Giordano.
Well,
So
Dick
yeah,
Giordano
Now,
rescued that
Green
one.
Lantern is somebody I understand that could take Superman in easily.
Say that again.
I feel like Green Lantern could take Superman easily.
there's that blind kid.
He has an imagination in his ring. He can do whatever he wants to.
It's all willpower.
Oh, it's not ring power.
No, it's willpower.
Oh.
I like this era of covers where Dick Giordano's doing the inks.
Like, is that Vince McMahon?
Yep. Look at that. Oops. That's a cool cover.
Oh,
That looks familiar.
Parasite. Oh, no, I already got one of those. They got a lot of duplicates because when I'm doing, so this is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm doing dollar diving,
it's
I grabbed the same book a couple times. That's the truth.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, but I do a lot of dollar diving. So I tell you, there I went up to a place. Did I say Muskegon? There's a place in Muskegon, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what it's called, but it's in a mall, and it is awesome. There's all types of comics. There's more than comics. There's all the other stuff too. But the comic books, they have huge dollar bins, and in these dollar bins, you can find like almost whole series of stuff. But you got to dig. I couldn't get through the first row of the and I was, oh my God, they have $2 bins and they have regular priced bins. It's insane. It's insane. I bought a bunch of Justice League because, like I said, we're doing the Justice League run. We're doing all that stuff. I found so many Justice League books. Justice League of America is the first one.
I want to do a run. What run should I do?
Justice League's good.
In my price range. I mean, I expect to stretch for a few bucks now.
You know, you can do, instead of doing an entire run, you can do like a section. Like if you want to do Action Comics, like 400 to 500 or 499.
All dollar books.
Okay.
Yeah, 500 to 599 will probably be there. There's rarely anything that it's gonna choke you out on those.
Okay.
Right.
But once you start getting into the 300s, that's when it starts.
What was it again that you said?
Action Comics.
Action Comics. 400 to 500 or 300 to 400?
I'd go 400 to 500. Oh, look at that.
This is the
Brutal.
second appearance of Hawkeye. But I bought it because it's got one of the best Jack Kirby drawn Captain America pages in it.
You know, I was looking at the old Captain America comics, the ones from the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Yeah, that's beautiful. That'd be a good sticker. Or a shirt. That'd be a good shirt. But Jack Kirby really didn't. He might have went to war or something. I don't know. He wasn't around for many of those books.
For what, these?
No. The early Captain America comics, like the first, like 1, 2, 3. I was looking that up on my CLZ.
Like,
And
he drew like the first 10 issues or something like that before he got fired from Marvel.
okay, yeah. Well,
He was moonlighting for DC, and then Stan Lee ratted him out.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that bag called again?
Mylar.
Mylar. Okay. Have you ever bought something online, an auction, and you got it and it's like it wasn't as nice as it looked?
Rarely, because I look pretty close.
Because I was just noticing these look great up there, but then whenever I get them, I'm like, oh, looks like sliced with a box cutter or something, or
It's
just like a little scratch across
like
the top of it.
there's a color break on it.
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's when the cover gets creased. This is the officially the first issue of Thor, because before this it was Journey into Mystery. I bought this as a youngin'. I was probably, I don't know, early teenager, and I had no idea like the significance of Jack Kirby drawing. I wasn't a Thor fan. I kind of liked Hercules, but there was something about this image. I just liked it so well. I paid a little extra and bought it out of the expensive box at the used bookstore.
Sucker.
You got this since you were a teenager?
Mm-hmm.
It's in really good shape too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's got a funny thing where like the staples are on the back side of the spine.
Okay, I was noticing that.
So it's hard to like actually get through it if you want to flip through and actually read it. So it's never really been manhandled that much.
The Hammer in the Holocaust.
Nice. So you playing with Big Boy. You're not going to dollar bins.
Yeah, I mean, all these Thors that I'm showing. These are I'm pretty much done collecting the Thors. I've got all the ones that I want. This is the first Ego, the Living Planet.
Oh, Living Planet.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if you got all the early ones, why not just get all of them?
I mean, I could, because Thor is not that expensive to collect.
No,
either.
he's another dollar bin guy.
I would like to get like the 70s era, like John Buscema Thors and stuff like that. And I've got a bunch of them.
That the what's his name? High Evolutionary.
High Evolutionary, and actually this was the AOK that came from Hialeah Comic Bro.
It says it on the back.
Oh, there it is. I bought this one at the suggestion of Unruly Simeon. He posted a review of like what was in this on Instagram years ago.
This is a thick book too.
Is it?
It feels like it.
No, it's not.
Huh.
I might just have an extra board in it or something. Got this somewhere along the line fell into my hands, but it's been.
Ooh, would you be able to? Now it looks like the shrink wrap to the book.
It's got a bad bag on it to begin with. Let's see if I get the glare on it to see.
You gotta get a new one of that.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see the staples without my glasses. I could have probably pulled the staples out of this instead of buying something else new to replace other Silver Age staples. This features a 3-issue story of Thor versus Galactus. So again, going back to the Fantastic Four movie, I think that this is the origin of Galactus or something like that.
So people would really buy like dollar bin Silver Age books just for the staples.
You won't find many in the dollar bin, and
You
if
won't
you do,
find
they're going to look like that Thor.
Without the staples.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. I like to pick up coverless books. I've told you this before, just so if I'm ever gonna like recover them.
I don't intend to recover them, and this is the first appearance of Adam Warlock.
You just print these at home, don't you?
No, I don't ever intend to recover them, but I don't mind coverless books either. I don't know that I've ever bought any.
Oh, remember that giant size X-Men one for like 2 pages? It was like $500 or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's no, I think. Well, I mean, I go to when they do these dollars, they have a lot of them in there. They're torn covers or whatever. I think, like, if you take it to an artist, I think that should be something. Like, hey, draw this cover for me, and you can take the staple. I know it'd be ludicrous. Take the staples out and then put them back in, and so you have a new cover for it. You could even keep the old cover that's with it. I think that's a dynamic idea, and we should be forcing more people to do it. But yeah,
you got anything else to show?
I got my new comic book. Oh, one thing I want to talk about real quick.
Silver Surfer? No, what was it?
Okay, I got
Hawks.
I'm in love with these dollar books, these old dollar books.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that cover. That's good.
Yeah, those are both Neil Adams covers.
Look at it. Adolf Superman there.
I've got a copy of that Hitler Superman book too, and it's about in the same shape as that one. Looks
Yeah.
a lot like
It's hard to keep these in good condition. We can't find them really like that in really too good a condition. But these are dollar books. Whenever I can find a bunch of Superman's, Superman family. Superman family, I find those. Batman family. Tarzan family.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that Tarzan family. I found these in the dollar books. I mean, they're beat up or whatever, but it's still cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Joe Kubert artwork in those.
For sure. I'm sure they're just reprints.
Yeah.
They just take one story and then throw it, with a bunch of other ones in the. But yeah, this is the stuff. Those are the treasures I find in dollar books.
World's Finest, though, that's a long run.
Yeah.
That you could collect and get most of it relatively inexpensively.
Batman family. Dr. Double X. Some of these.
How come they make how come Superman and Wonder Woman's hair, and I guess all the dark hair, black hair anyway, is blue? How can they make it blue?
Because it's not brown.
Yeah, let's see what else I got here. Oh, here's some more.
Part of it has to do with the limitation of the different colors. They did not have an unlimited palette of colors to use.
Okay.
Until like they started doing computer coloring. They used a preset like palette, and it evolved a couple times as printing improved. But originally, there just wasn't a good mix to get a nice brown. It was often a real dirty gray, and even the first appearance of T'Challa in Fantastic Four, he looks gray instead of brown.
Kind of like how I say Storm looks white.
So here's my new books that I've been sitting on. Flash. I'm grabbing Flash, Absolute Flash, because I'm a sucker.
Okay, that's the Absolute. Got it.
Is it any good?
New Gods, I got it. I don't read them.
I've read the first issue and picked up the second two.
So I've been buying the Gotcha Man books. I just like the covers.
I do too.
That's beautiful. The inside is okay. It's
It's being written by Tommy Lee Edwards, which he did the covers.
I buy a lot of these
sketch covers. Oh,
the sketch covers. Yeah, I got all the Crisis ones. I've only did the first one, but it's like that took so long I didn't want to do anymore. But I still buy them. I got Batman and Robin. I like Chris Samney. He's great. I like him. I did that because it's a number one. Who cares? G.I. Joe. I'm just like G.I. Joe because I'm a sucker too. I get this and I get the morning.
That's a good run though. Have you read it? Have you read it?
No.
Okay.
New Gods. What I did read, it's more of just like Tom King type stuff or whatever, where it doesn't have anything to do with the Jack Kirby stuff that I love. But I still buy it. Absolute Batman, because I'm just going to continue to buy all of them, even when they end up in the dollar bin.
I'm sorry.
Transformers.
More than meets the eye.
Yeah, I've been buying that. I've been keeping on with that, even with the artist change, because I like Daniel Warren Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute Wonder Woman has been fun. At least the first one I read. Green Lantern. Yeah.
But absolute Green Lantern, not
Absolute Green Lantern. Absolute Martian Manhunter. I liked the idea of it, and then I never read it. So
What does absolute mean?
It's DC's new line, so it's an alternate universe.
A lot of Wonder Woman.
Core character.
Oh, I got Hush too.
How was that?
I don't know. Let's see.
Absolutely.
They look like they killed Batman or Joker again. I don't know.
I'm going to tell you, I was all excited to go to the bookstore on this weekend and pick up my books. And so Friday, I'm like, I'm going to go. And they were closed.
Yeah,
they were.
They
were C2E2. There's another Gotcha Man. Transformers. I like that. That's what I like. It's just I like Warren Johnson's artwork. I know you probably don't. Another Gotcha Man.
Yeah.
The Mummy. I like this is the cover I chose because they have a billion covers, right?
Mm.
But I like
covers. How many Batman covers did you choose from?
I buy the basic. When I buy comics, I usually buy the basic comic. The first comic. But this is Larry Hama continued, so that'd be cool. And then I need to scan these in. I don't have them on my thing, so I must have that. And then I think this is worth money. Daredevil #1.
You got an excellent copy. That's.
I mean, look how bright white that is. That's great. More Gotcha Man. The silent cover. The silent. Yeah. Absolute #6. Flash #1. Another Batman and Robin. New Gods. And then we ended out with the final cover.
It's amazing that we can buy about the same amount of books and only have like one that matches.
Yeah. This is a lot of the same book almost. It's either Absolute Batman or an Absolute book, New Gods, G.I. Joe. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, my favorite, Silverhawks.
Ooh.
Did you see this? Look at this. Look at the
Is that a keytar?
Yeah.
Electric Sky.
Oh boy. That's artwork. That. Yeah. This is. They obviously found this person at a comic convention. So, hey, will you work for food? Will you draw this book for food? Yeah. I'll do it. I mean, look at these covers. Look at these covers, bro. Look how many covers we got.
Oh, jeez. I mean, they're kind of cool.
Look at all the covers. It's pointless. Yeah, I bought the Jai Lee one because I still like Jai Lee, even though he's just a cover artist. Whatever. Yeah, bro, this is just sick. I know that if I owned a license, I wouldn't get the worst artist to draw it. If you're gonna spend the money on a license or whatever, I don't know how it works to get a license. This makes me think we could get a license and do our own comic book.
We totally could. We could have got that Silverhawks license.
Oh,
Hello.
man.
We could have did this, Jamie. We could have put out a better book than this.
I'm left-handed. We're all artists.
You probably could have drawn that book better than that guy. The difference between you and he is he got paid.
We need to figure out how we can make ourselves cover like Z or something. Making an option.
God. I mean, I feel bad for the writer. I'm sure the writer like, oh, I got all these great ideas. And then it's just like, oh, you got who? Yeah. Yeah. I I'm a Silverhawks fan because I even bought these. I bought the little reaction guys, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were out of the toy game or the figure game.
A little bit. I'm a little bit out, but you know, if I see something I like, I buy it. You know, that's cool. Look, and I've always wanted a Monstar that looks like that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and these are cool. So I think Super 7 owns the rights to these, or they, and if they're putting out that freaking book with Dynamite, why don't you just give me the money and I will burn it?
That is issue number 2 after you complained about issue number 1.
I got number 3 somewhere. I'm buying them all. I'm buying them all. I'm going to hell with them. We're doing it. Dude, I'm telling you, JB, I think if you weren't busy all the time, that we could find a license, and we could get a license, and we could do a better comic than most of these chumps out there. It's ridiculous. It's ludicrous how many licenses they grab, and they just is like, who? That is the new Silverhawk series. Stay away from it. It's garbage. This book should have never came out with the artist that it had.
I wonder what the difference in pay was between Jay Lee to do that cover and for the guy to draw the rest of the book.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. And then this guy, Mark Spears.
Jay Lee only had to work once.
This guy that does all these covers, Mark Spears.
Mm-hmm.
He is such a poser guy, like a Photoshop guy, you can tell.
Mark Spears is one of the biggest names in cover artists right now. He's got a huge following.
I'll never buy a cover with it of his. On purpose. On purpose.
I'm telling you, he is the most popular cover artist.
Is he? Well, hey, I don't think he does that good work. I think he's lazy.
He might be using AI.
I would have said Peach from Moko was, but that's just me.
All right, I got 2 more stacks to show. Should I show Fantastic Four or X-Men?
I was kind of
Fantastic Four, bro.
Fantastic Four. We'll see the
X-Men. No one likes X-Men. I find so many X-Men in the friggin' dollar bin is ridiculous. Of course, I find that in Fantastic Four too. Number 28 or 29?
This is 28, and I do have the better copy off camera back here.
Oh my rod! I wouldn't even wait until the graphic novel drops, because he's at that. Yeah, spend your money on an old. This is what instead of spending your money on a modern book like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Take that money and go buy an old book.
Yeah,
go buy a Silver Age book.
And you can actually get a bunch of these Fantastic Fours in the middle of the first 100 for $10, $20.
Oh, you mean like 51 or 52?
No, not those. But issue 44 can be had for a reasonable price.
Yeah, but that doesn't include Wakanda. Is that right? 51?
Look at these iconic covers.
So there's that. So we'll do.
Oh, I thought you were going to grab.
There's the 48 I got.
Oh my goodness, I got one of those.
One of the 2 slabs in my collection.
I got a 5.0 of that.
Who can only have one slab?
Right.
You gonna open that up?
Brown?
It is brown.
That's a nice.
It doesn't pop like the Action Comics brown does. It doesn't. This just looks like doo-doo brown.
Doo-doo brown. Yeah, there's a good one. I think I have that. Did you give me a copy of that?
I think I did give you a copy of this.
Yeah, I think you did. And then
this was one of the first comics I went and picked up when I started saying to myself, I'm going to do what Al just said, start buying some older books for a little bit more money instead of a bunch of dollar books.
Hey, dollar books are fine. Get off my back.
I think you would say instead of current books.
So
I did just spend $120 on a long box when I could have just bought a one, but that's like 300 books compared to your one book.
But you had to lug a long box around.
so I've gotten into the habit of writing down when I buy and how much I pay. I didn't write down when I bought, but so this was one of the first ones I started getting, and this would have been in 2018, 2019, somewhere in there before the pandemic. And eBay price, including shipping, guess how much I paid on this one?
$50.
Lower.
$39.99.
Lower.
$1.
$31, including shipping.
Nice.
You probably could get this for between 50 and 100 now, depending on condition. It's the condition is the difficult part. Finding something that's kind of this nice,
Right.
is somewhat difficult.
That's why I like with my Captain America, finishing that off is hard. It's like I don't want a big beat up book, even though I should just. There you go.
Yep.
So we're talking about Fantastic Four. So Oh My Rod said that currently collecting the FF Run by Ryan North. Is that a good?
I don't know the name Ryan North.
Is it?
I remember Paul Ryan was an artist for a while.
No. Well, you showing all these bangers and stuff, which is classics.
Well,
I'm talking dollar books, man. These big, nasty, beat up books, and you're throwing out the best of the best.
I told you I pulled out a bunch of the Silver Age stuff. Well, that's like the title of the show. And again, this wasn't terribly expensive, and I'm kind of shocked that if the price I have on here is actually what I paid.
No.
But
price.
$26.
Really?
Yeah, they're pretty cheap, actually. Number one, and the one was the first that he had with Watcher and Silver Surfer and stuff. Those are probably most expensive, along with Black Panther one. Yeah. But other than that, they're probably pretty cheap to get, aren't they? Generally. I mean, if you got a big boy job.
The thing I like about this issue, this starts a 3 or 4 issue run. This is where Dr. Doom gets the power cosmic. He sucks the power cosmic out of the Silver Surfer.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Yeah.
That's a
nice. Dr. Doom gets surfboard.
I like that.
He does ride the surfboard.
Doom. He's like, suck it, boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, eat it.
So I waited several years to pick up these follow-up issues, and so I ended up paying quite a bit more. So this one was $40.
Well, to me, that ain't bad. $40 isn't bad for,
Right. They're obtainable. What's this one? 34. And you do have to be patient, because there's going to be a lot of people out there listening to stuff for a lot more they could have right now. But if you hold out, you get in on an auction and snipe it.
I'm saying, I miss the days where we used to have an unboxing like every other week. We used to start spending some money.
I do.
Your kids don't need anything. They don't need clothes and food and stuff.
It'd be great if we could get this whole tariff thing ironed out, and then I could actually feel good about spending money on.
Oh my goodness! Come on. How many Fantastic Fours do you have from 1 to 100? What do you have?
What's that?
The Kirby run. How many of the Kirby runs do you got of Fantastic Four?
I've got a few others besides these ones that I'm showing. This is the last one I'm showing because it's the last 12 center I got.
Oh, that's nice. That's a classic right there.
This one, okay. What's the price on that one?
37.
That is right. How much?
$2.
2 doll hairs at a Comic-Con.
For that? Well, it is beat up.
It was for being so great and nice to. Well, it is beat up.
I've seen it for
it's got a pretty nasty color break right there, but other than that, it's not. I mean, it's got its problems, but the staples are solid. And If I put it in a Mylar like the others, it would present well.
In other words, if he wants to cheat.
Boom.
Well, good job. Popples. I need the popples. It's a soda. See, I'm doing this. I know you guys don't want to do. Are you three
I'm
going?
open to anything. I'll say
He's
you
asking
guys.
if we're gonna go see the FF movie. Of course we're gonna. I don't know if all three of us will go together.
Well, we got Thunderbolts before we got Fantastic Four.
Thunderbolts looks crazy. I won't lie.
I just need to know is Red Hulk going to be in that one. And he has to be, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen Captain America. I haven't seen the last Captain America.
I mean, there is an asterisk next to Thunderbolts. What's that for?
I don't know. We gotta see the movie to find out.
Yeah. So I plan. I don't know. I might see Thunderbolts. Definitely gonna see Superman, and I'll see Fantastic Four. But we'll see what happens. And when season 2 of Daredevil comes out, I'm watching that because that stuff makes me chew my fingernails. But
they promised us a 22 episode season.
Right. I read that too. Then I read that they're going to make it like a 1A and 1B type of situation.
A bunch of bull crap.
yeah. But
it's Kevin Feige not living up to his promises. Which,
no, he's just trying to get extra few months of subscription out of you.
yeah, sure. But I'll tell you what. I was talking. So what challenge are you guys up for? You up for the Who's Who's? The Justice League? You want to in on the Justice League?
Hey, I like the Justice League.
I like the Justice League too, but I just know that I'd rather spend that money on something else.
You up for the Star Comics?
No, definitely not the Star Comics.
New Warriors? You already got new guys.
I mean, the Who's Who, you have to send me a list of what I'm supposed to be looking for.
Right. For sure. Which we would do if you were up for it. You got to think, a lot of them repeat in the back of the book, so you're not always getting a six pack off of the back. Okay. And the first, I looked in the one Who's number 1. They had Aquaman on the cover, the Perez cover. It just showed like the titles of each book, but it didn't like show a comic book. We could like dissect it and go, oh, it's this number and do that, which I'm down for because it makes it more interesting. But I'll tell you what I want to do. I'm going to do it for the West Coast. I'm going to make a button, that says the West Coast image or whatever, the logo or something. I wanted to get die cut soft enamel pins made for that, but I don't know if I'm going to put that much money into it just to brag. Like, look, I got the West Coast, which I only got one of those. We could do.
Here's what I'm willing to do. Next episode, we each bring back a list of like obtainable runs that we want to consider. Because I haven't thought about this since last time. Obviously, you have.
I have. I kept shooting down my ideas. Because we had that for 10 years now. Keep moving.
I think there is something we can land on here. By
the time you decide, I'll already have most of the things. Because I keep buying, man. I'm talking. I gave you so many cheap options, but you're forcing it to be buku dollars. You want it.
I don't want to force it to be buku dollars. I think there is something we could land on. But so far, the things that have been tossed out are not things that I want to spend money on and keep in my collection.
Hey, do you have a second West Coast Avengers 45?
45, is that the one where it's the first White Vision?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think I do.
Why?
I was going to trade in my Captain America for that one.
What Captain America?
The one you need.
Well, it's his second appearance of Falcon is the one he's talking about.
Second appearance of Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
What, the 317 or 117 or whatever?
117.
You ain't got that, do you?
Mm-hmm.
That's like a couple $100 book.
Oh,
He got it in a mystery box.
No.
Yeah, he's got it.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Hold on a minute.
The one with the big Falcon face on it. The red
Oh.
background.
mm-mm.
Isn't it?
No.
Are you talking this book?
No, the next one.
The next I think I got the next one. Yeah, I got 118.
Which one's that?
Let me show you. No, I have no internet. I got 118. I think that's the. I thought I had 117 as well.
Oh, yeah. 118. That's what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 118. But thank you. I got it.
Okay, I thought you said that was one you didn't have.
No, I need 117. That's like the very first like Falcon cover guy. So
$300.
In mint condition.
That's for 8.5.
Oh, okay. Well, you gotta get it graded then.
Got 118 and 337. There's my Captain Americas for you.
That's your collection.
I only need 18. I haven't bought any more caps, but I need to start buying. I've been buying gifts and stuff, and I'm going on a vacation at the end of June. So, like,
Oh, where are you going?
Pennsylvania. We're going all the way through Pennsylvania. We're going to Shellsburg. That's where my family came from Pennsylvania. They settled there and started.
$24.
You got it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, those are those Alex Ross books. He's making a ton of those.
I don't know.
All right. Before we close this thing out, I'll show my Silver Age X-Men.
Oh boy.
So the earliest one was number 6.
How much was that? $5,000?
No, it actually traded a painting for this one.
What did you paint? The Mona Lisa?
No, it's Flying Saucer.
The only thanks. The only problem with bagging and boarding, you can't really show it off as well. You're just like, ugh.
So pay attention to the quality of the bag, because it does help the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like one of the most hammered comics I've got, because it's got this nasty spine roll going on. The pages are brittle. But this was a $20 pickup right here.
It looks amazing in Mylar.
I got that book.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like yours better because I got a little tape.
Yeah. I bought, like, that's when I started buying like big books, was when I got that. I think I have that too.
Who's that?
I think so.
The Mimic one.
Mimic.
Mimic.
Yep, the Mimic had the powers of all 5 X-Men.
Oh, really?
Yep.
At the same time?
Yeah.
See, real quick, look, I found another one. Another kid, blonde kid. See?
We need to do something about this, but we have to tread lightly.
This is ridiculous.
See,
I'm looking at I got a bunch of Superman comics here.
this is where
Big kid keeps showing up.
we each need to like identify our thing. Yours is the blonde kid taking on Superman. Mine's Batman taking his mask off.
I don't care about the blonde. I'm not trying to collect the blonde kid comic book.
That's like the scary little white girl in the movies.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This kid. That's probably him too when he's growing up. Anyways, go ahead.
I didn't write down the price I paid on this. This was another cheap eBay pickup.
Who's the black character?
The Locust,
Oh, okay.
which
Never heard of him
never
before.
made another appearance. I think these are my replacement copies, but I had this run with it was a 3-issue run.
You mean they got rid of the Mimic?
Featured Mimic
Only for an issue?
Oh, several issues later.
Yeah, he popped back up.
8 issues later. So we were talking about replacing staples earlier. Here's a case where we had a rusty staple that I did buy an old Avengers book and
I think I have that book too.
Replace that staple.
I ain't talking about replacing staples in books like that. I'm talking about the one like this. The cover is completely off of this. See?
This whole shredded book.
Right? So, like, what I would do, if you could get that back together, whatever, is I would get cardstock. This is what I want to start. I've talked about this a billion years. People got to pay me to do it, though. Get cardstock, cut it to the size, and then you take draw the cover and then put it on there. I did it with that one book. But, look, there ain't no saving this cover. It's off.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not going to do a better cover than this because this is dope. This is awesome. I love that cover. That's probably a Ross Andrew, maybe. I don't know who did that, but it kind of that Spider-Man kind of looks like that. Anyway, I don't know. That might be a Ramita. No, you'd see a JR on here though. Oh, there's the Super Adaptoid versus the Mimic.
But does John Romita hide his initials in his art?
No, he usually just puts JR on the thing.
Oh,
but
no hiding. He just puts it there.
I realize I gotta rebag this.
Yeah, it's looking milky. I think this is Ross Andrew because he did a. Sorry, not to talk over your beautiful X-Men covers.
No, that's all right. I just want to make sure I get through everything I pulled.
Who is this artist? I forget his name.
The guy that did this stuff?
Yeah, it's not Don Heck.
No, let's find out.
Carmine.
I'll look it up. You keep showing. I'll look it up. What issue is
that?
that?
Was a good guess for real.
Yeah, but he was at DC at this time. This is number 39. Irv Novick, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, I don't have it. I turned my internet off.
I got you.
Let's race.
Well, you got to keep showing your books. Well, he does it. Look at he opened it up. He's dirty in the hands.
That was over LaRocca.
Don Heck.
I was right.
Yep.
It says Andy Cooper here.
You got the wrong series.
Yeah, you don't know volumes, buddy.
That's the modern series, not the.
I said Don Heck.
Don Heck with Vince Coletta on in tears. Anyway, I'm not
That's
sure.
the cover. What about the cover? Is that a Don Heck cover?
Could be.
Oh, there we go. Don Heck, Vince Coletta, John Verpolten.
Yerkel.
John Verporten. Who is that?
A guy.
It's listed down there. Oh yeah, I know you needed glasses.
Werner Roth was the name I was thinking of.
There you go.
Werner Roth was the artist on X-Men during a lot of this era.
There you go. That's better.
John Verporten. I'm not sure what role he played. Might have been colorist.
Inker. With Vince Coletta.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
This was always one of my favorite covers from this era. The death of Professor X.
Is this when he goes off to space for like several years before he comes back and saves the world?
I'll go with yes. Everybody thought he was dead for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
See, I do know something about comics. I don't remember what storyline that is.
The end of the X-Men. Featuring
Oh, the cover penciler is George Tuska.
that could be.
Yeah, this is what comic book thing does. George Tuska.
I see that's a pretty green.
Steranko cover. This is a classic cover.
Yeah, that's a baller.
And the first issue that Neil Adams drew.
Oh boy, look at that. The monolith, isn't it?
Yep. The living monolith as opposed to the dead monolith.
But the non-living, never lived monolith.
Surprise! I'm back on.
Stop picking your
I'm
nose.
over here picking my nose, and I thought you were putting your.
2 knuckles deep. Like,
I tell you what, I need a new background if I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this again. So when do you think we'll ever do this again?
I don't know, maybe next month.
All right.
Or
I'll
how
tell you
about,
what. We need to choose. We need to start the gauntlet, the comic book gauntlet. You need to stop being afraid. You need to stop running, Jamie.
yeah, Jamie.
Doing.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not.
I mean,
matter of fact, I don't have anything that you guys have. Y'all don't have anything that I have. So,
You guys are welcome to join the West Coast, but I just need one book. So
yeah, I mean, I just need 45. Was that all I needed?
no, you need a lot more than that.
hey,
I have
thanks.
18.
Oh my rod, subscribed.
Nice.
Great.
Thanks, man.
Have you when's the last time you had a new subscriber?
I don't know. We used to do this a lot more often than I got busy.
Yeah.
And
He's
my excuse.
He's working, man.
Yep.
I'm trying. Anybody that watches this later, you should bust Jamie's chop and tell him he needs to lower his expectations about comics so he can get on the train and get on the gauntlet. I'm throwing the gauntlet. The comic book battle royale.
I still think we just each need to pick a different run.
Oh no, it's got to be the first person. Well, let's do that. I'll do Captain America, and the first time.
Well, I mean,
I'll do
I got 18 books I
1
need.
through 52.
no, you won't.
What?
151 through 150 or
One?
100.
I'm telling you, if you did the who's, right? You do the back of the who's. We all get the books out of here. It's fine. I love it. I love that idea. And then we'll make a little who's pin or something. And the person that wins it,
we're all going to end up with a bunch of odd books that none of us.
I already got most of them, so I don't care. I got like fuck. All right, how about this?
We got.
We'll pick 100 book. We'll pick 100 books out of a certain comic book character, and then the first person that gets all those 100 books can say that they're the 100 heir. I mean, it could be Superman. I've got a lot of Supermans though.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. We each pick a run of 100, say like Justice League 50 to 150 or something like that, or like you said. Your buddy's doing Superman 300 to 400, right?
Well, he's doing Action Comics.
Or Action Comics.
And he's a Superman nut, so he's doing all those, right?
That makes a lot more sense. And we can start with something that, we don't have anything or much of. Like the Thors. I'm not sure, the John Buscema Thors. Those would be great to get. I'm not sure how long that run lasts, though.
You don't like the idea of the challenge is buying stuff you don't really like anyways, but you had to buy it. It's no fun. That is you. You Frankenstein, hating fire. The fun of it. It's the It's like, oh my God, they have to buy the new Warriors. Oh God. Oh, they have to buy Guardian. Those are horrible. This is funny. It's supposed to be fun. So then the people watching are just like, "Oh my god, this is funny. He's making him buy this," you know. But no, you don't believe in that. Sorry, I forgot you don't like fun things.
It all becomes this stinks. Here, smell this.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, I know it'd be
But I
perfect for y'all. I know y'all wouldn't collect this. How about the Black Panther Christopher Priest run?
I would collect that.
Oh man, of course you would.
I've got the first 6 issues.
How many are in there?
I don't know.
That's be like 50, right?
Quantum and Woody. I'd collect all the Quantum and Woody, and I'm sure.
Oh, there we got them.
You do?
I got a lot of those. What about Firestorm? I got a lot of those though too.
I don't like Firestorm.
See, you just. Why don't you go get your car battery hooked up and shock them, hook them back up, man? You're a fuddy-duddy. That's what you are. You're a fuddy-duddy. That's what they call you.
This is like, hey, let's all go to the movies and everybody gets snow caps. Right?
Like, no, this is like watching
You can't get good candy. You gotta get snow caps.
Do they ever sell it? Have you ever seen anybody hold a box of them in the movie?
This is like we're purposely watching bad movies. That's what we should. We should at least review bad comic books. We could do that. That could be our new thing.
I could do that all day.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'd be down with that.
Like we have to read like Silverhawks.
So that's the mission for next time. Each of us has to read bad comic.
Nothing's ever gonna move forward with you because you're just like, I don't
What
like
is
it.
the Justice League idea?
I'm up for it.
You don't like it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Justice League, what? You want the 100? Just do the whole thing.
Let's do 50 to 150.
50 to 150. Okay. Well, that ain't fair because I got 48, 47, 48.
I'm sure I've got some mixed in there too. I don't think I've got that much.
It says it's gonna start with 50.
All right. You guys want to do Justice League?
50 to 150.
50 to 150.
Let me see how many I got. Make sure I don't have that much of a head start.
Oh yeah, me too.
I got a lot of the later ones. I'll let you know. But not 150. Okay, 50 to 150 then. I actually have 150. So I'm ahead of you there. I got 150. Oh, that's a good one.
Volume 1, I guess.
I got 17 issues.
Yeah, I got a handful of them. But
I
not
have
enough.
like 6 different Justice League series.
Volume 1. Do volume 1.
Yeah, you don't have any of them.
All right, works for me.
Okay.
Numbers 50 to 150. So number 64 is the first appearance of Red Tornado in the Silver Age. Star of the Conqueror, second appearance. Oh yeah, we got some good ones here. Oh man, some classic covers. I almost bought that. Damn it. Is that 50?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 50.
Which one?
Hold
on.
Oh. Yeah.
All right. That's good to
And
know.
What's 150? Oh, I can't. Oh yeah, hold on. I mean,
right. And you said no eBay purchases? Or how about a maximum of 5 eBay purchases?
That's 150. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So everything in between. You know what? Since we're kind of on a time crunch.
We're supposed to do this by the next show?
No, I'm just saying, like, it's you can do it. Go ahead. I understand it, but like, don't do the whole run. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I said like 5 eBay purchases.
Yeah, but and then try to keep it low because they'll get you on eBay, man.
I was just double checking to see how much that first red tornado is. It's achievable. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
at
get
least.
my birthday. No. The $89 one. Don't go cheap. No.
So. All right, so we've done it. This is it. Justice League of America, Volume 1, number 50 to 150.
Yep.
And it helps I know what number 50 looks like now.
Yeah. Dude, you got your CLZ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just go to the you can look at them.
All right.
I just put it on my wish list. I was
going to say I can create a wish list on here, right?
Yeah. Here's a question about that. Can you look at your friends? Is there a way to look at your friends' stuff?
Yeah, there is a way to share your list with your friends.
There is.
I'd have to go look it up, but yeah, it's been done before.
If there's a possible, I'd love to be able to do that with my friends because then they could be like, "Oh, you need this book." Because when I go out, I'm like, "Hey, he needs." I know. I mean, I usually buy 2 most of the time of stuff because he needs that. So,
Well,
so I look out.
I need anything between Justice League 50 and 150.
All right, so this is the deal. This is the deal, guys. No backing out. No backing out.
Yeah.
What's the winner get?
The winner gets a key that the other 2 have to go in on. Let's set the value of what the key will be.
$5,000. I need Captain America 117.
Okay, let's see what
I need Fantastic 452. I mean, if we're dreaming. I mean, Jamie's the one that can't win. He's the only one that has a good job.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm looking up see what you can get a Captain America 117, a decent raw for. Here's one for $200. I mean, it's not a world beater, but 250. What's this for 250? I guess could be sharing my screen.
I mean, we don't have to do that crazy. I was just joking.
Well, I mean,
but that's a nice price for that, like for a prize.
Okay, if you want to do that, I'll say 117. What's your guys's? Let's find out. I'm in, man. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Let's see what Hero for Hire number 1 is.
Oh, it's not Hero for Hire, is it? I thought it was Power Man.
Yeah, Hero for Hire is less expensive.
All right. I mean,
you can get that's still for auction. Let's see this one. You get a nice Hero for Hire number 1 for that 250. So we won't have to name our book, but we'll say the winner's going to get a book that's going to be in the 200 to 250 range.
We're talking this book, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I kind of want that. I like that.
Okay. I wouldn't mind having one either.
No, but I need that. I need that Falcon book though.
Maybe we say it's going to be a key that helps us with our other runs.
Well, he doesn't have like a run, does he?
Yeah, but that's his birthday book though.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd rather just get him a birthday, bro. When's your birthday, Vic?
June 20th.
June 20th.
Oh, I am in mourning. I should get wherever I want while I'm mourning.
I'm sorry to hear about your loss. But,
yeah.
I know. I appreciate.
Well, if that's the case, I'm mourning my cousin Ray. But if we're getting free comic books from it. Yeah.
Dang, don't maybe go out and kill somebody now.
You can mourn my loss.
Okay.
So June 20th.
Yeah. The year of our Lord, the day Luke Cage was introduced to the world.
All right.
Right.
We've got
I still have that Black Panther, Ultimate Black Panther #1 in my. I still got it for you. Did you get one yet?
I got one then.
Did you?
Yeah, I just got a different cover.
Oh, I got the basic cover.
Yeah, which is the one that I need. Because I found those the other day as I was going.
Yeah, like we were. It was the idea behind it that was more pissed me off than I want. Oh, I mean, maybe we're still on TV. I'm sorry, we're still on YouTube. But okay, yeah, Justice League.
That's not one of the 7 words, so you're good.
Yeah, Justice League of America, Volume 1, 50 through 150. We're making the pact. We're doing the deed. We're getting to be decided what we're each gonna get out of it. But there will be a key book of our choice and within reason.
Yep.
And I'm down, man. I'm ready to go. Let's fist bump it through the.
There we go.
What are the twin powers?
Activate. Comic book buying powers activate. Form of broke. All right, guys. It's been great hanging out with you again.
Yep.
And,
Victor, we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Remember, what are our priorities, Victor?
Fun.
No.
Faith. Family. Fun. Or for comic books.
I'll settle for fun.
what?
Family comic books. Goodbye. That's it. Oh yeah, because it's faith, family, comic books. Goodbye.
Happy Easter.
See ya.